In this video, we are going to be analysing NIO. So to get straight into it, obviously up 5% on the day, coming into the close. Looks like we're just still holding above this VWAP. Again, be watching for this if we can hold above VWAP. A bit more bullish coming into Friday. Again, the markets will be closed tomorrow for Thanksgiving. But onto the proper technical levels, what are we paying attention to for the strong levels and the bigger movements? So as of right now, we are basically sitting on the 6 month support at around $10.20. Now what you can see has happened around here is obviously here we keep kind of just staying or like pulling back to this level. So again, be paying attention to this 10.20. It seems to be very attracted to that first deviation on the 6 month. But what I would kind of be more looking at is if we're becoming below this level, becoming a bit more undervalued. If we're above, overvalued, just because we hold this level now for about 2 months, it is something definitely to be paying attention to. Now though, if we break this and continue lower, we are then looking at 640 going down to $5. Going any lower would be 250. And that's really the last statistical deviation level we can give, because we can see if we go any lower, then we're looking at the, well, negative deviations really, and obviously we cannot trade into the negative. So 250 being our lowest support, that would kind of be our final target as well, just because it is a big psychological level. So if we did push that low, it would be quite a strong level to be paying attention to. On the other hand though, if we start pushing up, what are going to be key resistances? So as of right now, we do have our statistical mean at 1170. Again, we don't tend to trade off of this level, but instead to it. So I wouldn't be looking to short or buy coming into this level. If we hit 1170 again, it'd be something I'd be out of the position, waiting for it to pick a direction. And again, between kind of $14, really the 1170 to $14 is not something I'd look to be in, because again, this is kind of a zone of fair value. Trading within this area is quite risky because again, it's fair value. You're kind of buying at a gamble. You're not sure if it's going to go up, you're not sure if it's going down, or there's not a high probability that it will go up or down. It's kind of just where it is. And that where it is. So instead I'd be waiting more for a break if I'm looking to take a directional play. So again, from $17 and around 75 cents to around $18, first deviation on both the 6 month and the 1 year. So this is where I would be a bit more, not so much bearish, but if I was long, definitely looking in profits, moving stops. But on that first deviation, I don't tend to really take too many short buys plays, because it's just not oversold enough to give me a high enough probability trade. And instead, I prefer to wait to that second deviation, which is going to be $21.75. That would be my first short bias location, because yeah, once we come into here, you expect 95% of the data to trade within the 2 second deviation. So this 21.75 all the way down to 640. Within this range, you expect 95% of the data to be. So if you see it pushing to the upside, hitting that second deviation, again, that's why I flip more bearish, because probabilities are in my favor that it will start to pull back. If we do break that though for any reason, then 24.50 will be that next level, going on to 25.50. Now this would be a nice trading opportunity if we can break 21. And again, you can play either direction, play the original pullback as you come into the level, or look to trade the breakout. And how do you trade the breakout? Wait for the breakout above, come back to test it as a support, and if it can hold, play a directional move to 24.50. Now though, 24.50 and 25.50, basically a zone. This will be a short, really strong short bias location, and if we can get it, definitely a high probability trade setup I'll be looking at. If we push high, we have our final levels at 29.50, 31.25, and a final level at $37.85. Now, a lot of levels here. Do you need to pay attention to all of them? No. We're at 1070. Your only focus really then is going to be 1020 and 1170. What direction are we playing? What level are we going to hit? If we can hold this 1020 again, then your target is still going to be 1170. On the other hand, if we start to break and close below 1020, your target is going to go more down to 640. If we start pushing up to 1170, again, if you're looking for that breakout, what you want to see is a break above, come back to test it as a support, then you expect a movement to $14. Again, that is the range of statistical mean though, so not something I'll be looking to trade, because again, it's just a higher risk trade. Instead, I'd be waiting for a break and looking for a short bias play from $18 or looking to trade the break. Again, might trade the short, and then if it comes back to retest, trade the long bearish play of it breaking through, coming back to test it as a support, and if it can hold, then having a target of 21.75. So again, that's how you use these levels. You don't need to pay attention to all of them, just pay attention to where you are now, and then again you can play the pullback of the original touch of the level, and then if it breaks back above it, you can usually play direction while waiting for that confirmation. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out one of these two analysis videos.